So today we'll study about mitral stenosis. So this is heart, left ventricle. When it is in diastole, there are three phases: isovolumetric relaxation, rapid filling phase, and reduced filling phase. So from left atrium, the blood flows from left atrium to left ventricle in diastole. But in mitral stenosis, what is happening? Because of stenosis, the blood is not able to flow into the left ventricle freely, not able to flow freely into the left ventricle. So left atrium, it tries to push the blood from left atrium to left ventricle. So to do that, left atrium becomes hypertrophied. Left atrium becomes hypertrophied, and there is left atrial enlargement. Now, because the left atrium pushes the blood into the left ventricle, there is rapid opening of this mitral wall. Due to fusion at leaflets, there will be sound that is called as opening snap. Okay, due to abrupt halt in leaflet motion in diastole, after rapid opening due to fusion at leaflets, there will be opening snap. After this opening snap, the blood, when it is filling in the left ventricle, because of stenosis, there will be turbulence. This turbulence is going to produce murmur. That murmur is called mid diastolic murmur. Because it is happening in diastole, it is mid to late diastolic murmur. Okay, mid to late diastolic murmur. Now we are going to see one more concept. So because of this mitral stenosis, as we are knowing here, there is left atrial hypertrophy, left atrial enlargement, and there is increased in left atrial pressure. Due to this increase in left atrial pressure, there is increase in pulmonary venous pressure. Pulmonary venous pressure is also increased, and due to pulmonary increased pressure, there will be pulmonary congestion. There will be congestion in the lungs. Due to congestion in the lungs, there will be pulmonary hypertension. This pulmonary hypertension will give us loud S2. Due to pulmonary hypertension, there is right ventricular hypertrophy and right heart failure. After that, there will be right heart failure. Right heart failure will present with pedal edema, raised JVP, and hepatomegaly. So this will be the features. Next, this pulmonary congestion, the patients will have chronic cough. And there will be also hemoptysis. The left atrium hypertrophy, it will compress on the recurrent laryngeal nerve. The compression of left atrial enlargement, recurrent laryngeal nerve is compressed, it will give rise to hoarseness of voice. This hoarseness of voice, compression of recurrent laryngeal nerve by left atrial enlargement, is called as Ortner syndrome. And one more thing, due to this left atrial enlargement, mitral stenosis, in mitral stenosis there is chances of developing atrial fibrillation, and because here blood is standing for long time, there is possibility of forming blood clots. Blood clots are also formed, and when these blood clots get dislodged, it will result in thromboembolic strokes. It will cause thromboembolic strokes. In mitral stenosis, there is increased in left atrial pressure. Due to reduced filling, there is decreased in end diastolic volume. Due to decrease in end diastolic volume, there is decreased end systolic volume, and there is decreased stroke output, and because of this decreased stroke volume, there is decreased cardiac output. Due to decreased cardiac output, there is purplish discoloration of face. This is called as mitral phases. Due to increased in left atrial pressure, there can be orthopnea and P&D. And one more thing, this it can be divided into mild, moderate and severe stenosis. Mild, moderate and severe classification. So more than 1.5 square centimeter is mild, 1 to 1.5 is moderate, and severe is more than 1. Severe is less than 1. Valvular area.